Hi, welcome back to Homestead to Health. My name is Caitlin, and today is just beautiful. It is the most spring-like day that we've had in a really long time. I woke up this morning, and before I had even set foot outside, I was just seeing how the sun was coming in through the bedroom and through my kitchen window, and I was just thinking, man, I've got the fever. I've got that spring fever. I can't wait to get outside and do stuff. But I know it's all an illusion. It's all a trick. It's March here in Texas. Well, here and everywhere, but here in Texas especially, because that's what I know. We're gonna get a cold snap pretty soon. Usually, right at or right after spring break for the kids, we'll get the cold snap come through. And so I'm trying not to get so spring feverly excited that I just go start planting like crazy, though I wish I could. So I've decided to channel that enthusiasm to something a little different. And also to kind of take a step away from just the hustle and bustle of trying to get everything prepared for spring and summer. Again, I'm super excited, very enthusiastic, but I decided today instead, come here, come on. I've decided instead to do something for pleasure.
I got wet.
Why are you wet? Hey, why are you wet?
Okay, Patty. My Patty.
You're supposed to be napping. Why are you wet?
Oh, I need a towel.
To be continued. Come on.
Okay.
Let's go inside. Okay, I'm back. Man, kids are wild. That's just part of the game, though. Whenever you're having to do vlogs and stuff, my husband and I, we say that it's life plus vlogging, not vlogging plus life. She had found, the reason she was wet, she had found the spray bottle that I do to fix their ponytails and stuff. She found the spray bottle and just went to town. Anyway, so what I was trying to say is stepping away from the hustle and bustle of trying to get everything on the farm ready for spring and summer, which is absolutely necessary. Sometimes you just got to work on something that's fun. Because it's such a pretty day, and because we're supposed to have quite a few pretty days in a row, I decided to work on something for my kids. I was on Pinterest and I saw this outdoor game set thing, and I said, man, that looks like fun. That's really cute. I'll link down what inspired me, what I found on Pinterest that inspired me. I'll link it down in the description. But essentially what I'm making is a small spool that will be like a game board, and this, I don't want to call it a stick, this limb that I had to get out of the way the other day whenever we were enclosing the chicken coop. I had to take down a number of small trees, young trees, and this is one of those. So I saw this inspiration where they had to use stones, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this up into the little bits that'll become bugs, or the playing pieces. The other difference and the other change I'm going to be making to the post that inspired me is, instead of using one wooden slab, I'm going to be using this small spool that my husband picked up from work. So the nap time clock countdown has officially restarted, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now I have separated my favorite from the pile of them over here. These are still really cute and pretty to me. I'm going to hold on to these. I'm not going to put them in the compost or anything like that, because I'm pretty sure I could come up with another reason to use that. I have 16 in total, and all I'm going to do is separate these in half by 8 and 8. To make the bee, I'm going to start with a yellow base color. And factory style, I'm just going to paint them all yellow to start with. And there you have it. The base for all of the yellows, or bees, is done. So while they dry, I'm going to move on to the base of my ladybugs, which is red. And that is the last ladybug. Now as these dry, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back to the stool and apply the second coat of that spray paint. Starting with clean brushes, I'm going to go back over now that the pucks are mostly dry. I'm going to go back over with the second color, which is black. For my bees, I'm going to start with the black rounded head. Again, not perfect, just awesome. And then I'm going to go through with thinner black lines for their stripes. There. And I'm going to just repeat that. Alright, and those are the bees. The bee's knees. Now to move on to the ladybugs. So the ladybugs are pretty much the same thing, except for after I'm done applying the black head area, like so, I'm going to go through and I'm going to do one of those. Heck yeah. And complete it with polka dots. And there you go. Beautiful little ladybug. And to repeat. And voila. There you have awesome bumblebees and totally awesome ladybugs. Now, I do have a job for this white paint and creating eyes for them, but before I do that, I'm going to take a look at the spool and see if it's dry, and then apply white to the game board. Okay, so the spool is dry. I'm going to apply different things on the top in white that the girls would like to play on. Because they're little and toddlers, I think that they would enjoy a rousing game of tic-tac-toe. So that's what I'm going to put down first. I didn't realize until now that the angle I'm sitting at is making this kind of off-center, and that'll bother me literally for the rest of my life. But I know that they're still going to love it no matter what. So after I drew on the tic-tac-toe boards, I didn't really know what else to add. But then I got to thinking about it, and my kids love to do tracing games. And I thought that they would enjoy tracing their bugs from this butterfly, loopy loopy loop, all the way to this heart. So I'm going to continue working on this spool until I can get the game top ready. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to apply eyes to the pucks. And then I'll be done. Now that the paint is mostly dry, I'm coming back through with white and making big white circles. Oh, fudge! Seriously?
What happened?
Chickens happened.
Nani chicken.
Yeah, y'all go, please. Mama's frustrated. Please go. Okay, thank you. Please go. So what you just prayed witness to was something pretty normal in my life. My kids not going to nap down and going to sleep like super obedient little angels. Still working on that. But they opened the door and the dog came out, and the chickens were over here by the dog food, and she comes out and she rushes them and they fly at my face and the water gets spilled. And this project that I've been working really hard on is it is not near as pretty as it was 30 seconds before they came out. Honestly, I got very upset, but I mean, it's for them, it's for fun. I should just push forward, and even though these aren't near as pretty as I had hoped that they would be, they're still special, and now I've got a cool story to talk about whenever I describe how I made these. So I'm just going to keep pushing forward and applying eyeballs to soaking wet bumblebees. You remember at the beginning of the vlog whenever I said that it was life plus vlogging, not vlogging plus life? Oh yeah, buddy. That's showbiz, kids. I said kids. I meant kids. That's showbiz kids. I'm gonna stop. Now to keep the paint color bright as long as possible, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this clear coat on top of the pucks and the play table itself. Some of these came out looking a little bit like messed up Muppets or something, but honestly, flaws and all, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think the girls are really going to enjoy it. So that's it. I'm really glad that today happened the way that it happened, with the mistakes and the trials and the frustration. I think that there's been a big message being handed to me over and over and over the past couple of weeks, and that message is to chill out. And usually that grates me when somebody says those words, chill out. But I think honestly what I need is to just let go of a little bit of control. The mess, the frustration, just the life that happens in life. I think I just need to relax a little bit and humble myself. I'll never be an Instagram mom or picture perfect in any kind of way. Recently I was watching a video from The Fit Farmer, and I super love his channel, by the way. And he was discussing how he had the messiest homestead on the internet, and people had come after him to tell him, hey, your homestead's really messy, and he was just feeling a lot of criticism. And he was talking about how hard that was, and I felt so sorry for him. But now I'm sitting here every single day, and I am doing that to myself. I'm my own worst critic, and I put so much pressure on myself to perform. And today I set out to have fun. There for a little bit, I almost let the frustrations of life get to me, and I let the criticism in the back of my head get to me. This could have very well gone down as a Pinterest fail, but somewhere in the middle of everything, I kind of talked myself down from the ledge, and I told myself, this is life, this is what you're happy to do, just breathe and go on. And that's what I did. And I'm kind of glad that I was able to catch everything that happened today on camera, because if anything, I just want to convey that I'm a very real person, and I face just as real frustrations as anybody else. And I was thinking to myself earlier while I was walking around, and I realized that my chickens have decided not to lay in their coop. They've decided not to lay in any of their normal places, and I just kept thinking to myself, like, am I doing something wrong? And some kind of like epiphany hit me that I was a master at nothing. I'm an expert at nothing, but I am a trier of many things, and all it takes is to try again. And I'm pretty good at that. I've got a pretty good bank worth of gumption and tenacity. And so if you impart nothing else from this video, this Pinterest fail, not fail, and you know, the fact that my kids are just like everybody else's kids, if you impart anything else away from this video, I hope that you take away that when things don't feel like they're going very well, or if you feel frustrated or anything to that nature, just think to yourself, you don't have to be an expert at anything, you just got to be a really good trier. And today I'm really glad that I got to try out a Pinterest project for honestly like the first time. I've done a few here and there, but this was my biggest one, and I still think that it came out looking awesome. If you haven't already yet, please subscribe. I'd love to see y'all in the future, and I'd love for y'all to see what I do in the future. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see y'all later.
But here, wait. So, go here. No, it goes back.